The massive shipyard orbiting Mercury was a marvel of human engineering, a testament to humanity's hidden potential. Inside the cavernous construction bay, the UES Prometheus stood like a sleeping giant, its sleek metallic hull absorbing the soft blue light of the industrial workstations. Captain J. Park walked slowly around the massive dreadnought, his hands clasped behind his back. Every inch of the ship represented years of secret development, technological breakthroughs that would shock the galactic community. The alien confederations had always viewed humans as primitive, a young species barely worth acknowledging. They were about to learn how wrong they had been. Aria, the ship's advanced artificial intelligence, continuously monitored the final stages of construction. Her quantum processors ran millions of simulations every second, optimizing weapon systems, shield configurations, and strategic algorithms. Unlike traditional AI, Aria was different. She was a true partner, not just a tool. The shipyard workers moved with calculated precision. Most were veterans of classified military research programs, selected not just for their technical skills, but for their absolute discretion. They understood the magnitude of what they were building, a weapon that would redefine humanity's place in the universe. In a small observation room overlooking the construction bay, Admiral Sung Kim reviewed the final technical reports. Each page was a symphony of engineering excellence. Quantum-entangled weapon systems that could strike targets across multiple light years, adaptive energy shields that could reconfigure faster than any known technology, propulsion systems that bent the traditional understanding of faster-than-light travel. Yuna Lee, the ship's first tactical officer, ran her hands over the holographic interface. Her fingers danced across complex mathematical equations and strategic projections. She had spent the last 3 years helping design the Prometheus's combat systems, knowing that every calculation could mean the difference between victory and extinction. The ship's external design was deliberately deceptive. From a distance, it might look like a standard exploration vessel, but hidden beneath its seemingly ordinary exterior were technologies that would make the most advanced alien warships look like antiquated relics. Deep within the ship's core, experimental quantum drives hummed with barely contained energy. These drives could theoretically move the Prometheus across entire star systems in moments, a capability that would fundamentally challenge existing interstellar travel paradigms. Captain Park knew the risks. If their technologies were discovered prematurely, it could trigger a preemptive strike from threatened alien civilizations. But the potential to secure humanity's future was worth the danger. Aria's voice, calm and precise, broke the silence. Final systems integration approaching completion. Estimated readiness in 72 hours. The workers continued their meticulous work, each movement synchronized like a complex dance. Welding robots moved with fluid grace, quantum-sealed panels being fitted with microscopic precision. Every component was a marvel of human innovation. Admiral Kim looked at Captain Park. No words were needed. They both understood the weight of their mission. The Prometheus was more than a ship. It was a statement, a declaration that humanity would no longer be overlooked or underestimated. Outside the shipyard, the silent darkness of space seemed to hold its breath. Mercury's cratered surface reflected the soft glow of industrial lights, a silent witness to humanity's greatest secret. The Prometheus waited, a sleeping titan ready to awaken and change the galaxy forever. The alien scout fleet moved through the dark expanse of space, their sleek vessels gliding with predatory confidence. They had targeted a remote human mining colony, expecting an easy demonstration of their technological superiority. No one aboard those ships understood the trap that was about to be sprung. Yuna Lee's fingers hovered above the tactical console, her breathing steady and controlled. The Prometheus hung motionless, its quantum stealth systems rendering it completely invisible to conventional scanning technologies. Captain J. Park watched the incoming fleet with calculated precision. Aria. He spoke softly. Tactical assessment. The AI's voice was clinical and precise. Incoming fleet consists of 7 medium assault cruisers. Weapon signatures indicate standard plasma-based energy cannons. defensive capabilities marginally above human colonial defense standards. The mining colony below seemed vulnerable, a collection of habitation modules and resource extraction facilities. But it was anything but defenseless. What the alien fleet didn't know was that the colony was the perfect bait, carefully prepared to draw out potential aggressors. As the alien vessels approached, their commanders felt nothing but confidence. Decades of galactic dominance had made them arrogant, believing their technological superiority was unquestionable. They saw the human colony as nothing more than a potential resource to be conquered or eliminated. The first signs of trouble came subtly. Strange quantum fluctuations began appearing on their sensor arrays. Communications started experiencing inexplicable interference. Junior officers reported strange readings that senior commanders dismissed as technical glitches. Captain Park's odd voice was calm. Initiate engagement protocol. The Prometheus materialized with impossible speed, quantum drives allowing it to transition from complete invisibility to full combat readiness in a fraction of a second. Its weapon systems charged, with an intensity that defied known physics. Unalee's tactical display showed multiple targeting solutions. Weapons hot. Multiple lock-on sequences completed. The first volley was devastating. Not a single alien vessel had time to raise proper defensive shields. Quantum-entangled projectiles passed through their hull shielding like they were made of paper, causing catastrophic internal damage with surgical precision. Arya's voice remained emotionless. First wave neutralized, remaining vessels attempting evasive maneuvers. The alien commander's confidence transformed into panic. Their most advanced combat systems were useless against technologies they couldn't comprehend. Each attempted defensive action was anticipated and countered before it could be fully executed. Within 7 minutes, the entire scout fleet had been reduced to expanding clouds of superheated debris. No distress signals were transmitted. No survivors remained to tell the story of their defeat. Captain Park watched the tactical display, his expression unchanged. Damage report, he requested. 0 damage sustained, Area responded. Mission. Objectives completed. The mining colony below continued its operations entirely undisturbed. Workers continued their daily tasks, unaware of the massive battle that had just been fought in the space above them. Admiral Sung Kim would receive a full report within hours, but the message was clear. Humanity was no longer a species to be ignored or underestimated. The galaxy had just received its first true demonstration of human military capabilities. As the Prometheus began its return trajectory, its quantum stealth, systems re-engaging, Captain Park allowed himself a small, controlled smile. The first message had been sent, and it was only the beginning. Yunalee looked at her captain, understanding passing between them without words. They had just changed the course of human-galactic relations forever. The alien confederations would never look at humanity the same way again. The vast darkness of space seemed to hold its breath, witnessing the dawn of a new era of human potential. The Prometheus disappeared, leaving behind nothing but silence and the slowly dispersing remnants of a destroyed alien fleet. The galactic intelligence networks buzzed with confusion and fear. Reports of the complete destruction of an entire alien scout fleet by an unknown human vessel spread like wildfire across communication channels. Nobody could explain how a single ship had achieved such total dominance. In the central command of the Alien Confederation, senior strategists analyzed every fragment of available data. Their most advanced analysts worked around the clock, trying to understand the technologies that had been deployed against them. Each analysis led to more questions than answers. The Prometheus moved through space like a phantom, its capabilities defying everything known about military engineering. Quantum-entangled weapon systems could strike multiple targets simultaneously, across vast distances. Its adaptive energy shields could reconfigure faster than any known targeting system could track. Captain J. Park reviewed the mission logs with Yunalee. Every engagement revealed another layer of human technological innovation. The ship's AI, Area, continuously refined its combat algorithms, learning and adapting with each encounter. The key is predictive combat intelligence, Yuna explained, pointing to complex holographic displays. Our systems don't just react, they anticipate. Arya's voice cut through the conversation. Probability of successful alien counterattack, 0.03%. Current technological gap continues to expand exponentially. The ship's weapon systems were beyond anything the alien civilizations had ever encountered. Quantum projection technology allowed the Prometheus to strike targets before they could even detect the incoming attack. Energy weapons that could slice through planetary defense grids like they were made of paper. Experimental quantum drives meant the ship could traverse entire star systems in moments. Traditional understanding of faster-than-light travel became obsolete. The Prometheus could appear and disappear faster than most species could comprehend. Alien military commanders held emergency sessions. Their most advanced warships suddenly looked like antiquated relics. Technologies they had considered cutting-edge were now revealed as primitive and ineffective. The psychological impact was perhaps more significant than the technological superiority. Decades of galactic dominance had made these civilizations complacent. Humanity had been viewed as a young, inconsequential species. Now everything had changed. During one critical engagement, the Prometheus demonstrated its most terrifying capability. An entire alien battle group attempted to ambush the ship near a distant planetary system. Within 17 minutes, every single vessel had been systematically destroyed without the Prometheus taking even a single point of damage. It's like they're fighting a ghost, one alien tactical officer reported, his voice trembling with a mixture of fear and disbelief. Admiral Sung Kim watched the reports from Earth. Each transmission confirmed what they had suspected. Humanity was ready to claim its place among the stars. No longer would they be ignored or treated as a minor species. The ship's combat systems were more than just weapons. They were a statement, a declaration of human potential. Every technological breakthrough represented years of secret research, of pushing beyond known scientific limitations. Arya continued to refine its systems. Machine learning algorithms processed combat data at speeds that made traditional computing look like mechanical calculators. The AI was evolving, learning, becoming more sophisticated with each encounter. Yuna Lee monitored the tactical interfaces, her fingers dancing across quantum-responsive holographic displays. She understood that they were writing a new chapter in human history. Each mission was more than a military engagement. It was a demonstration of what humanity could achieve. The alien confederation's communication networks became increasingly paranoid. Rumors spread about the human ghost ship that could appear anywhere, destroy everything and vanish without a trace. Captain Park remained calm. Their mission was not about destruction, but about establishing a new understanding. Humanity would no longer be overlooked. They would be respected. As the Prometheus completed another successful mission, the vast darkness of space seemed to acknowledge a fundamental shift. The galaxy was changing, and humanity was leading that change. Arya's final log entry for the mission was simple yet profound. Technological superiority confirmed. Galactic perception of humanity fundamentally altered. The diplomatic shuttle arrived precisely at the designated coordinates, its sleek design betraying the nervous energy of its occupants. Representatives from the alien confederation had traveled across multiple star systems, hoping to understand and potentially neutralize the human threat. Captain J. Park stood on the observation deck of the Prometheus, watching the incoming vessel with calculated calm. Yuna Lee prepared the communication systems, her fingers moving with practiced precision. Arya's quantum processors analyzed every potential communication scenario. The alien delegation consisted of 3 senior representatives. Their body language betrayed a mixture of fear, curiosity, and desperate hope. They had been humiliated by previous military encounters but still believed they could negotiate from a position of strength. "Incoming transmission," Yuna announced. Her voice was steady, professional. The lead alien diplomat appeared on the holographic display. His species had a complex communication system involving color changes and intricate body movements. Arya instantly translated and interpreted each subtle gesture. We request a diplomatic dialogue, the alien representative began, his translated voice carrying a hint of desperation. Captain Park's response was measured. Dialogue requires mutual respect, he said. Your previous actions do not demonstrate respect. Area provided real-time linguistic and cultural analysis, ensuring every word was precisely calculated. The AI understood that this conversation was more than a simple negotiation. It was about establishing a new galactic relationship. The alien representatives presented their initial proposal. They wanted to understand the technological capabilities of the Prometheus. They hoped to negotiate limitations to prevent what they saw as a potential threat to galactic stability. Captain Park listened carefully. Each word, each proposal was analyzed not just for its immediate meaning, but for its underlying intentions. The humans were several steps ahead in this diplomatic chess match. Your confederation has consistently underestimated humanity, Park stated. We seek peaceful coexistence, but any threat will be met with absolute technological superiority. The alien diplomats shifted uncomfortably. Their body colors shifted through multiple spectrums, a clear indication of their emotional turbulence. They had expected to dictate terms. Instead, they were being told terms. Yuna Lee monitored the communication systems. Every transmission was being recorded, analyzed, stored in multiple quantum-encrypted databases. Nothing would be left to chance. Arya's voice provided subtle background analysis. Probability of successful diplomatic resolution, 62.7%. Recommended approach, firm but open communication channel. The diplomatic discussion continued for hours. The aliens presented multiple scenarios, potential compromises. Captain Park listened, responded, and systematically dismantled their arguments with logical precision. Humanity is not seeking conquest, he explained. We are seeking recognition, respect, an equal position in galactic interactions. The underlying message was clear. The technological demonstration of the Prometheus was not a threat. It was a warning, a statement that humanity would defend its interests with unprecedented capabilities. As the diplomatic session concluded, the alien representatives looked defeated. They had come expecting to negotiate. They were leaving with a fundamental understanding that the power dynamics had changed forever. We will communicate our findings, the lead diplomat finally said, his translated voice carrying a mixture of resignation and respect. Captain Park's response was simple. We look forward to future interactions. Arya's final analysis of the diplomatic encounter was precise. Objective achieved. Galactic perception of humanity recalibrated. Yuna Lee looked at Captain Park. No words were needed. They both understood the significance of what had just occurred. Humanity had just redefined its position in the galactic community. The Prometheus continued its silent journey through space, a testament to human potential. The diplomatic confrontation was complete. A new era had begun. The Prometheus approached Earth's solar system, its quantum drives humming with a quiet intensity that spoke of recent victories. Captain J. Park stood on the bridge, watching the familiar star systems come into view. Everything had changed. News of the ship's encounters had spread across multiple communication networks. Alien civilizations that once ignored humanity now watched with a mixture of fear and reluctant respect. The galactic power dynamics had been fundamentally altered. Arya's voice broke the silence. Mission objectives completed. Comprehensive data. Analysis indicates significant shift in interstellar political landscape. Yuna Lee reviewed the incoming diplomatic communications. Reports from different alien confederations revealed a stunning transformation. Where once humans were considered a minor species, they were now being treated as a major galactic power. Admiral Sung Kim waited at the Earth Orbital Command Station. His expression was calm, but his eyes reflected a deep understanding of the historical moment. Humanity had just announced its arrival on the galactic stage. The diplomatic repercussions were immediate and far-reaching. Alien trade agreements were being reconsidered. Military strategies were being completely redesigned. The technological demonstration of the Prometheus had changed everything. "We are no longer invisible," Captain Park told his crew. "We are no longer underestimated." Each crew member understood the significance of their mission. They were not just a military vessel. They were ambassadors of human potential. Every technological breakthrough represented years of secret research and development, alien intelligence. Networks worked overtime, trying to understand the technologies displayed by the Prometheus. But their analysis always led to more questions. Human engineering seemed to operate on principles beyond current scientific understanding. The ship's quantum adaptive systems continued to evolve. Aria was not just an artificial intelligence. She was a learning entity, constantly refining her understanding of complex interstellar dynamics. Una Lee monitored the incoming data streams. Multiple alien civilizations were requesting diplomatic meetings. Where once humans were ignored, now they were sought after. The balance of power had shifted dramatically. "Incoming transmission from Galactic Confederation Central," Aria announced. "Priority diplomatic communication." The message was clear. The alien confederations wanted to establish new communication protocols. They wanted to understand the humans, who had so dramatically demonstrated their technological superiority. Captain Park reviewed the transmission. Each word was carefully analyzed. The humans would negotiate from a position of strength, but also with a desire for peaceful coexistence. The Prometheus itself had become a symbol, not just a weapon of potential destruction, but a beacon of human innovation. Its very existence challenged existing understanding of technological development. Admiral Kim prepared the initial diplomatic response. The message would be clear. Humanity sought cooperation, not conflict. But they would defend their interests with unprecedented capabilities. Aria continued her analysis. Probability of future peaceful interactions, 78.3%. Recommended diplomatic approach, firm but open communication channels. As the ship approached Earth's orbital systems, the crew felt a sense of historical significance. They had not just completed a mission. They had changed the course of human history. Una Lee looked at the star system surrounding them. The vast darkness of space seemed different now, no longer a place of unknown threats, but a canvas of potential and opportunity. "Welcome home," Captain Park said softly. The Prometheus moved into its designated orbital dock, its quantum drives powering down. Maintenance crews waited, ready to begin detailed analysis of the mission data. Aria's final log entry captured the moment's significance. Galactic perception of humanity, fundamentally and permanently recalibrated. Alien civilizations would never look at humans the same way again. The sleeping giant had awakened. Humanity had arrived. The vast darkness of space seemed to hold its breath, witnessing the dawn of a new era of human potential. The Prometheus was home, but its journey was just beginning.